Whew, was that me? I would like to first thank God for without him, none of this would be possible. To my fellow Hall of Fame recipients, classes of 2020 and 2022, Dr. LaForge and senior cabinet, Coach Kennison, athletic administrators, coaches, faculty and staff, and fans of this great institution. Thank you for exemplifying excellence in every possible way. To my parents, my mom and dad, who have supported all of their children, all 4 children, and instilled in all of us the importance of keeping God first and getting a solid education. Martin Luther King Jr. once stated, "The function of education is to teach one to think critically and intensively. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." I grew up in a household where my dad coached at the collegiate level, and my older brother was very skilled athletically. They both shared a deep love and passion for football. I came from a family of athletes, which would be the primary influence of my becoming involved in sports. I never had any intentions of playing football because it was never of interest to me. The only reason that I ever started playing football in high school was so that I could be on the same team as my brother. He was a senior and I was a freshman. At the start of my high school journey, I had no clue as to how even to put on pads in my pants. I can remember as a middle school student how my dad would dress me up in a padded pants just to see how I would look in them, because he knew that that would be his only time ever seeing anything remotely close to me being in a football uniform. Needless to say, after learning a little bit more about the defensive side of the sport in high school, I got the hang of it. Second, the quarterback. When I decided to play at the collegiate level, I had several challenges. Practices and team meetings were where I felt used and abused. At that particular time, I tried to quit, but my dad quickly reminded me that all of the feelings of uncertainty and distress that I experienced were felt by every freshman who had ever played college football. He told me that he had experienced the same feelings, and so had my brother. My mother and he continued to encourage me to fight through it, even after a mental assessment with Dr. Nelson. At the time, I did not understand, but I learned a valuable lesson in that moment. The first lesson was God gives you parents for a reason. They often have to protect you from yourself. Coach Rick Rhodes would always say, the true test of a man's character is not how he thrives when everything is going well, but how he thrives through adversity. I can truly say that overcoming my initial experience as a collegiate athlete was a monumental obstacle that I had to mentally fight through. I later learned that my best friend, Jeremy Ricks, who was also on the team and was a stellar athlete, had a very similar experience. Throughout my career here at Delta State, I learned the true meaning of being a student athlete on both on and off the field. Delta State has assisted in producing some of the biggest names in college sports. I'm very grateful for the leadership of Coach Rick Rhodes and Ron Roberts. The experiences, exposures, and opportunities that I gained from this institution are priceless, and I will forever hold them near and dear to my heart. As a former high school principal and currently as an assistant superintendent, I often find myself encouraging my student athletes to aim to meet high expectations in all that they do, but also balance their goals with educational excellence and opportunities to build character. I can sincerely say that all of the friendships, the sacrifices, discipline, teammate bonds, the 5 a.m. mat room workouts, leadership conferences, playoff games, all-star games, championship games, late night study sessions, and tests created experiences that further developed my character and integrity as a young man and have ultimately led to my achievement and success as an adult. My experiences here at DSU also foreshadow the tradition of institutional excellence that perpetuate high expectations of developing student athletes physically, socially, emotionally, and intellectually. I will forever be honored to accept this distinguished honor of being inducted into the class of 2020 Hall of Fame. Thank you to all who made this possible event and ceremony possible. Thank you.